Hey everyone, Wanderbot here, and welcome to Frosthaven, a digital adaptation of one of the best board games ever made. It's a big adventure board game, long campaign mode, RPG mechanics, town building, questing, dungeon crawling, all that good stuff. Effectively a tabletop RPG campaign in a box, and it's extremely good. I covered the first game, Gloomhaven, a couple years ago. Really bounced off of it, did not have a good time. Mainly because I didn't understand how the game works, and so after that I actually went out of my way to buy Gloomhaven, Jaws of the Lion, and Frosthaven physically to practice and learn and play and actually really get into the game and enjoy it. And boy, it's a really good game once you understand like the core gameplay loop of what it is and what it's trying to do. And I've always felt bad because that first impression, especially because I'm pretty sure the developer was hanging out in chat. I think it was Isaac Childres even, which is wild. Or Childres? Childres. Actually, didn't know. I'm sorry for butchering your name, but I think he was hanging out in chat and was kind of like a little apologetic about me having a bad time with it. And it's like, no, that was all on me. It just bears mentioning because I felt bad about it for years. And now I finally get the chance to apologize and show off that like, hey, I can actually play this game kind of well. Ooh, there's difficulty levels. All right. I like the difficulty, the fact that there are difficulty levels. That's a nice kind of additional bit. I'm gonna just play on normal. I more or less know what I'm doing. Alright, so it says, please make at least 2 heroes. It looks like we've only got 4. We might as well go for a full party. I don't know how this game scales particularly well. Alright, full team, let's go. Use battle goal for each hero. If the quest is completed successfully, each hero will gain perks. Oh, so we're actually just diving immediately into a fight. So we can do Perfectionist, end quest to max health. That's tricky. Miser. Never exit a room with a loot bag in it. Or Pincushion. Beat targeted attacks from 3 or more enemies in the same round. That's easy. Miser is trickier, but 2 points is very good. Slugger. Perform a long rest at max health after you've already suffered damage. Insomniac, suffer damage from an attack the same round you long rest, or kill an enemy while 3 or more elements are strong or waning. That's doable. This is tricky but possible. The main problem is, what do we have for cards? We don't really have much for elements looking at this, which is trickier, so that's going to be hard to pull off. Like, unless Belchagese and the other character give me a lot. Because that uses a leaf, a nature. That generates a nature and a darkness. Okay. It's possible. Maybe. No. I think it's actually impossible. We only generate nature and darkness at the moment. So let's go for Insomniac. 3 or more loot bags in the same turn. Wait, how do you... Oh, probably looting. Never kill an elite enemy or boss. That's fine. Never perform a basic action. I'm going to try and do that. That one's trickier. Every card has a card-based action or a basic action. I think I can pull that off. Have 3 or fewer cards in your hand and discard pile while also not exhausted at the end of the quest. Collect more loot bags than anyone else, or collect 2 or more loot bags by performing a loot ability while adjacent to 1 or more enemies. I think I could probably do Egoist, have Hills run around grabbing loot, because he just needs to, she just needs to never exit a room that has loot bags.
The sounds greet you first. Muffled, metallic pangs, a voice howling. It's difficult to make anything out with the wind rushing past your ears, but you'd know that tune anywhere. There's a fight up ahead. But a fight means people, and if there are people, then the town must be close. You hear more, a scream, the crash of steel against stone, a deep, earthy growl. You're running now. Your legs are wasted from the hike. Your shoulders ache from your gear. But the sounds are close now, and up ahead you see the gauzy orange light blooming in the air. With one last push, you round the final bend in the trail and you see it. Frosthaven, engulfed in flame. Great petals of fire burst from windows and crawl over roofs. People stream from the town's ruined gate, their faces bent in panic. A moment later, you see the object of their terror. A massive creature with 2 legs and 2 hulking arms, covered entirely in thick white fur. 3 gnarled horns crowning its head.
They really like 3 horns in this game.
Aldous Raiders!
Cries an elderly porter beside you.
We're doomed! They're stronger than anything else alive! We've come all this way for nothing!
As if to prove the point, the Olgox you've been watching catches a fleeing outposter with one hand and hurls him backward as if he weighed nothing. 10 days you've been hiking. 10 days, and this is what you find. You breathe out a thick plume of foggy air and hoist your weapon high. Time to get to work.
Man, they did a good job with the voice acting. Yeah, it looks like there are more mechanical enemies. I'll fully admit, I actually have not opened up my Frosthaven box yet. I'm still getting through Gloomhaven right now, because they're big and long. But that's fine. I don't know. I have a large backlog of adventure board games sitting on my shelves that I'm going to get to someday. Sooner than later. I have like 3 more being delivered. It's a problem. Like ordered Earthborn Rangers and Kinfire.
Aldous Raiders! We're doomed!
They really want to say that again. Okay, so we've got a random NPC here. What is this? Oh, it's a door. Okay, so if you've never seen Gloomhaven or Frosthaven before, this might be a little bit of a, like, what is even going on here? So for starters, this is a tactical, hex-based tactical RPG. I think... Okay, I can move my units around, which is good because for some reason my frontliners are not in the front. Actually, there we go. That's kind of good. Okay, so hex-based tactical RPG, we want to clear this room, and... I forget if you can check. Maybe not. I swear there was like a button you can pull up kind of a map mode to see if there's anything more. I think this is just 2 rooms and nothing more because this town won't let me pan over this direction. So I'm going to clear this room without, ideally without losing my people. There's not actually a problem if any of them go down, unless they have a perk quest that says like, don't pass out, don't become exhausted over the course of a fight. But yeah, so we want to clear them out. And the way the game works is you pick 2 abilities. The first ability determines your initiative order. So we could pick Flow of the Black River, Heal, I'm assuming that's Heal, X+1, where X is the number of your, whatever that resource is. Malicious Conversion. On killing a target, do a helmet action from your discard, reducing any bleed? Whatever that is, you suffer by 1. Fell remedies. So actually, this character's got a decent amount of healing. Wait, who do I even have selected? Oh, I have her. Okay. You know, I have a lot of abilities. We can also, so every time we use a card, it becomes discarded, and you don't get it back until you rest. And you can either long rest, which has you heal 2 and then refresh all of your cards and certain items, or you can do a short rest, which doesn't take up a full turn. You lose a random card, and you can technically say like, no, I don't want to lose that card and take a damage instead. It's tricky. There's also a lot of cards that will burn themselves, that will go away, which I want to say is that X in the bottom right. Maybe not. Some of this is covered by the tutorial, but okay, card layout. Mostly I just want to see what some of the icons are. Okay, so this is a lost card. There are some that are permanently lost. So what is the X? Attack types, attack modifiers. No, that's not it. Well, some of these I might just have to learn as I go along. Let's see. Oh, it's minion. That's what the skull symbol is. So do a minion action from your discard. So in that case, we probably want to do something like Angry Spirits, which will summon Damned Horde, and Angry Spirits will summon things. 2 to the next enemy that kills one of your Skelemen. So if you notice, some of these have like an infinity symbol. That means they stick around until they've been used up in some way, shape, or form. So we probably want to do Damned Horde. Now, when picking a card, still tutorializing, sort of. When picking a card, you only get to use the top ability for one card and the bottom ability for another. So if I want to do Damned Horde, I would have to pick something with a good lower ability. Grant one of your skeletons loot. You gain the loot collected. We don't have any loot. Transfer Essence. Heal 5, AoE 1 to one person, distance 3? Oh, I see. So it would just heal one person. Let's see. If an enemy has died this round, move Grant. Because I could just go Flow of the Black River, start fast, move forward, summon a guy. But I don't think that helps too much. We could do Command the Wretched. Grant one person 5 damage. Gain 3, whatever that token is. While you have that, whenever that would be dealt to you, lose 1 instead. Oh, so that would actually protect me a little bit. So why don't we go for Damned Horde and Life and Death? All right, so that's 1. We want to take this guy out. Ideally, we want to take all of them out. We don't know what they're going to do. I could kind of look at what they might do. So whenever an enemy something or moves from a hex, not adjacent to a hex adjacent to you, 2 damage to it. So probably when they enter and get close to you, you can just do some damage to them. All attacks targeting you this round gain, I'm assuming that's disadvantage. And that would allow me to do a little bit of damage. I do have to remember one of these characters, yeah. So this one can never do a basic action. That should be fine. So regroup, combine effort. So that would do 3 damage, bleed, and might hit an AoE. Not sure. Heals all allies, but possibly hurt self X. X is the number of allies whose hit points were increased by this ability. You control the movements of this summon. Oh, that's interesting. Tip the spear, so that'll hit for a bit. Pincer movement. Rallying cry and unbreakable wall. I think unfortunately some of these I'm going to have to just like keep looking at just because a number of these are new. So red indicates hexes in which characters can be targeted. Only one red hex needs to be within the ability's range. Blue indicates a hex that an ally must occupy, so there's a lot of team attacks now. So in this case, combined effort requires me to be directly next to an ally to be able to pull it off. Still good though. Tip of the spear means I need to have an ally behind, but I can hit 2 enemies in a row. Unfortunately, we don't have any enemies that are like near enough to pull that off. So combined effort is certainly doable. We do have Javelin as just kind of an easy shoot an enemy and then figure everything else out. Let's see. We have Move and Loot. Unbreakable Wall. 3 damage, and then whatever that symbol is. I just need like a... I don't need a tutorial. All I need is just a glossary of what all of these different icons means. Or mean? Yeah, what are they? Area of effects, taking damage, exhaustion. Because yeah, some of these I don't recognize because they didn't carry over from Gloomhaven. Let's see, it's not movement types. Rest types and recovering. Now, I might as well mention this is a demo, not the full game, and so there's a very real possibility a lot of these will get expanded upon. So the main question I have here, I could do deflecting maneuver, it would do some damage. Let's take a look at this guy, because I effectively want to alpha strike this guy, take him out fast, because he's up close and personal. Let's see, so shield and then bonus damage. If you're adjacent to exactly one enemy, regain a use of one of your active bonuses. Vile Assault. is 2 hits. 1 is poison, 1 is bleed. So that's actually quite good. Let's see. The main thing is we need to move forward. I'm seeing a lot of stuff on regain active bonuses, and I don't fully know how that one works. We'd also do violent inheritance, which is move 4 and then shoot something for 3, which I don't hate. The only problem is that might burn the card. Because I'm seeing the X, and I'm assuming anything with the X gets burnt, maybe. It's still very good. Yeah, unfortunately, Vile Assault also possibly burns itself. Yeah, heal 2. The other option I have is I could go for something... Because I think a lot of these are melee, because it's not showing range. Draining Arrows, on the other hand, isn't... Also doesn't muddle. I think that actually targets 3 enemies, but at a range of 2. Which is tricky. If I put him here, I could hit these guys. I don't hate that. The only problem is I'd have to move quite a number of tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we need to move 4 and draining arrows. Well, we do have deadly shot, but do I have anything down here that would let me move 4? There is violent inheritance. You know, I actually do like that. Okay, so that's going to be their 2 moves. What about her? What does she have? I'm used to playing this multiplayer, so I only have to like master 1 character. The idea of having to understand every single character simultaneously, a little tricky. So you might notice here there's like a black circle over a white circle with a little X. That means if I have that element generated, I can consume it for a bonus. Let's see, Call of Doom. Hits all enemies, but only in a range of 1. Strength of the Abyss. X plus 1, number of whatever that token is on the field. That hits all enemies that are poisoned, I think. Perform attacks as if you were occupying a hex with a fog, then remove the fog. Place 3 of those and generates the darkness. Or we can summon a sunless apparition. But I need one of the fogs first. She has a whole mess that require those fog tokens. Which is slightly unfortunate because she barely has any. Unless we get more. So when you or 1 attacks, you may mark the target with the attack. The target dies. Place 1 fog. I mean, that's kind of good. I'm just not going to be able to use it too much. Okay, 2 damage in range of 2. Remove X within range to do damage. Otherwise, I can just do like Call of Doom to move. Problem is I don't have any good attack abilities. This is a very strange character. I like where they're going. It's just a matter of I don't know what the heck to do with them. Because it seems very dependent on this one ability that I barely can use. Maybe. Something like Call of Doom if I wanted to just like rush in and zap something. You know, actually, Black Barrage is not terrible. That's a range of 4 for 2 damage. I'll just do Call of the Abyss. Okay, is that everybody but her? So he's going to move up here and then hit both of these guys, all 3 of these guys for 1, muddling them, and then hopefully kill one of them. Really, it's just this one guy that I don't think we're doing too much damage to, because I think she's just summoning a skeleton. She's doing an attack, because Black Barrage would do 2. So this guy's going to be taking presumably 3 damage unless I miss. or crits. And yeah, unfortunately, combined effort would require me to be directly next to something to pull that off. We have stuff like Javelin, which is just nice and easy. It's 3 damage. Grant 2 units within... Huh. So I could actually give my guys some bonus movement. I don't... Oh, but that is also combined effort. That is the one that I'd want to pull off. So why don't we do Javelin? That's 3 damage at a range. And Banner of Strength. Looks like a summon. All allies within range 2 get bonus damage on their attacks every turn. The only problem with the Banner of Strength is that it has to be right there. I could just do combined effort. I don't hate that. Actually, let's do regroup. Because regroup will let my units move, my characters move around a little. Okay, end selection. I think that's all of them. Holy shit. Taking my turns is rough. So now this is what they're doing. So they're doing a move and an attack for 3 at a range 4. So that's going to hurt. City Guard's not doing anything. The Elgox Guard, the guy in the front, is going to move 1 and do 4 damage. And then they're going to move 2 and do 4 damage at a range 3. Alright, so I can also modify initiative here. On who exactly? I forget who's got the Boots of Speed. I think it was her? I don't think we need it. Okay, so let's start by just... Do we huck a Javelin? I think so. Confirm target. Oh, sick. So we just crit as our first hit. That's convenient. Okay. Grant 2 units. So give them move 3. So confirm target. Do I get to do another one? Okay, this one. Now it's difficult terrain. Okay, but we want to go here. Reason why is because this character wants to get as much loot as we possibly can grab. And then end Banner Spear's turn, because that's all I've got. Alright, next up, Drifter. So Drifter has move 4. Yeah, confirm movement. I could move further. No, but shooting in melee is actually bad. Because if I move closer, I'm going to be able to do a range attack, range 3. So I could go here, I could hit this guy. The main problem is I'd be shooting in melee for one of the other ones. You know what? I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, attack 3. So we're going to hit him. Yeah, the other guy we have disadvantage against, so we don't want to use our big move on him. And then activate the remaining card, so we can do an attack on him. Attack on him, and... Oh. I'm a goofus. Yeah. So unfortunately we missed this guy entirely. But at least he's muddled, which means he has disadvantage on his next attack. So I'll take it. And we pick up some loot. Okay, so we have Black Barrage. Now, this is our, yeah, caster lady. So we can do Black Barrage for 2 damage at a range 4. And I can also place something within a hex. Do I want to hit this guy? Or do I want to hit the big one? Let's just zap that guy. And then I'm going to give him a shadow. I don't know what the shadows are used for, but I figure I know there's a number of abilities that scale based off of an enemy. Oh. Ah, beans. Wait, no, he had disadvantage? No, he didn't. Alright, we just take the damage. Okay, now time for our Bone Shaper. Oh, he's going last. Okay, so we have actually a couple of options. Who's this one? Oh. Curse. Curse character adds curse to their deck. Modifier. Interesting. So this is this character. So, the only thing I can't do is a generic ability. So I can do this to give myself 3. Yeah, so this burns the card. So I really wish you could actually highlight over these for the tooltips normally. Lowers the target's health by an indicated amount. So I think this will hurt herself. So, yeah. Let's do life and death. It burns the card, which I'm not the happiest about, but I have no choice. Okay, and then we're gonna just summon the skeleton here. Okay, receive damage. Oh, we can just do life and death. There we go. Okay, can I move this guy? No, it looks like the minion can't move until the next turn. That was the shambling skeleton? Yeah. Alright, he's going to hit me for +1 damage, which is going to hurt. I think that's 5. I could burn an available card and take no damage. I think I have to. So it is not helpful. Let's see. I think I'm going to get rid of Strength in the Abyss. Because, yeah, 5 damage is a little tough. Alright, at least we've only got 2 enemies left. Which makes this a little easier. Let's see. So I could do Combined Effort. The only problem is it doesn't really work for what I want to do. You have Rallying Cry, but I need to have an ally behind. Could do Unbreakable Wall. That hits a group. You may also notice that there's kind of like a little star with a number in it. That means I get an experience point for it. It also has Pierce 3, which pierces through guard. Let's see. I'd like to do Combined Effort. We just need an ally to move close first. So let's figure out who else we have. Because with this guy, he can use a default top action to hit an enemy once. I could just hit the long rest, but that's a mistake. We want to leave that for later. So I could do Vile Assault, move to heal, and that puts him pretty early on the initiative order. Do we have a good long range move? No. I could do stuff like Bloodletting. I just do 3 damage. Okay, sure. So we're going to do Bloodletting, kill this guy, and then move over here. Which then would let me do Combined Effort for damage. Actually, the other option I do have is Deflecting Maneuver, which would let me have... it would use up the wind magic on the right side for 1 more bonus damage, advantage, and a bonus experience. So that's actually even better. And then all we need is like a movement ability. So in that case, let's just do set for the charge and then there. Okay, what about her? So she's got a skeleton too. So we might as well use as many of those abilities. Grant one of your skeletons extra. No. Damage 5. Targets adjacent to your thing. Gain nature. Decaying Will isn't terrible. Let's see. Transfer of Essence. I guess we could just do return servant. That is the other option. Is I could actually do the shambling servant instead. Grant 1 bonus damage. Okay, so why don't we do Flow of the Black River and Return Servant? Because that way I can potentially move this guy closer as well. Alright, then last one. We could do Sunless Apparition. I mean, do we want to just go hard summons? It's kind of tempting. Let's see. Perform an attack if you're occupying a hex with that. Then remove that. Call of Doom. Hits all enemies within range 1. Let's see. Move up to 5 hexes. Almost feels like this character could actually just sit in the very far back and do nothing. Which is very funny. Okay, so we actually want this character to go last, I think. So in that case, let's just do... not Anger of the Dead. Let's see. I'll just go with that one. So we're just going to do Sunless Apparition, and then... we want to do Lingering Rot? Maybe not. I'll do Call of Doom. Because that way she goes last and can grab the treasure. Because she wants to grab as much treasure as we can. She's already grabbed 1. She just can't do a basic action. That's easy enough. Suffer damage from an attack in the same round as your long rest. That's the one tricky part. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull that one off. But we'll see. And then this one is just never exit with loot bags. Should be fine. My main concern is what if the game ends? It's fine. Once again, that city archer, or city guard, kind of worthless. Alright, so for starters, let's see, do we want to modify our turn order? Nope. Okay, so we want to move 4. Oh, that's going to cost me difficult terrain, period. So it doesn't really matter. Oh, actually, no, we have to do this. Oh, that's fine. Yeah, so difficult terrain is hard to move into. And then we can do Deflecting Maneuver, which is going to do bonus damage, have advantage, give me an experience point. Well, that didn't work out as well as I was hoping it would, but that's okay. And their turn. Oh, the Shambling Skeleton just does its own thing. Huh. Sure. Let's move her forward. She's not in the danger zone. Grant the minion movement. Does it allow him to attack? The answer is no. So it seems like minions are maybe a little bit more mindless on this one. I'm fine with that. Alright, that's her turn. Oh, because we didn't actually kill the priest. Oh, he heals himself. You know, manageable. Alright, for starters, bloodletting. I could do poison, but not really helpful. Well, there's the good roll. So if you're wondering when I get the little +1, the ×2s, the whatever, this game is actually a bag builder. Ooh. We might actually want her to move over here and grab these, don't we? And I'm just going to get closer. But it's a bag builder. So rather than rolling a die, you have a bag of tokens that give you different modifiers. So +1, ×2, stuff like that. Oh, can only be performed if I remove something from an adjacent hex. Whatever. I'm just gonna move over here. Skip attack. That was kind of a wash. Okay, so we have a couple of things. We have combined effort, which is good. Do we have anything else that'll do some damage here? I could do the Banner of Strength, but I'm not keen on it. Could also do Unbreakable Wall. Let's see. Tip the Spear is no good. We could do Pincer Movement. And yeah, none of the lower abilities attack. So that's going to do 3 damage. Sure. So why don't we just do Banner of Strength as our alternative? Well, no, do we? Because I'd like to do Pincer Movement. I was really hoping that guard would move up and help. Let's do at all costs. Because I don't think we're going to be using that anytime soon. Okay, him. Oh, regain a use of one of your active bonuses. So that would be the, like, on your next 6 movement abilities. Oh. Next 6 heals. Next 6 sources of damage from attacks targeting you. Gain a shield. Next 6 enemy attacks within 2 tiles targeting you. Gain that. I think enemies usually go for whoever's first. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of my main ones, like next 6 melee attacks gain 2. Cost me the combat action. And one of these is the one that lets me gain bonus movement, right? Or no? I thought one of these gives me extra move. Ah. Next 6 move abilities, add 2. Okay. So we're going to do continuous health and sustained movement. Because it says next 6 move abilities. I wonder if I can boost that up. Oh, but that is... all of these are ranged. So that's tricky no matter what we do. I shouldn't have just been up next to them. Because I could do Prudent Preparation. Or you could just do Crushing Weight. We don't have any melee attacks. Otherwise I could actually just do... Okay, let's just do Sustained Momentum. And then... do you want to do... what is a less useful one? Let's go Unbreakable. Okay, so she's got allies. Summon a Wraith. I mean, I don't hate the idea of summoning the Wraith. Unfortunately, I summon Adjacent. Strength to one ally 3 tiles away. Or if I could burn a darkness too and then poison something, that's not terrible. Decaying Will is really good. So I think we want to do that one. Do I have another, like, good attack? Fell Remedy, otherwise I have Malicious Conversion. Or just do Dark Tidings? Dark Tidings, Decaying Will. So that'll let me move 4, which I'm probably going to do to just, like, race up here. Okay, do we have a loot? 1. No. Yeah, Sunless Apparition is the one that would have let me loot. Oh, but I'd use the move. God, I'm a goof. Alright, whatever. Yeah, can't do Shadow Step. Can't do dark fog. Yes, I should have put the fog next to him, not under him. So I think we're just going to pick Lingering Rot and Eclipse. We don't want to rest. It would give me my cards back, but it's not good for me. I mean, do I want to do these? No. That actually, those are both my long movement abilities. Let's just grab those two. She's unfortunately kind of a wash for this round. So, move 3, heal 3 at a range. So actually, this guy's really not a threat. Huh. That's interesting. Just didn't feel like it. Okay, I could also poison them. Sure. So now they, I think, are both bleeding and poison. So bleeding makes them take damage at the start of every turn, and poison adds plus attack to everybody. And do we want to move? I could, but I don't think the skeleton's going to get in the way. So, no, we're just going to wait. Still 2 damage. Fortunately, skeleton movement can't go anywhere. Okay. The bonus of target is adjacent to something. Whoop. We missed completely. That sucks. And let's just go up here, because that gets us around the difficult terrain. And Bone Shaper's turn. Deathwalker can just move wherever. Well, here's the question. Can I do a Fluid Knight? Are you kidding me? Missed twice. I think I still get the experience, though. So that counts. Let's actually go here, in retrospect. Loot some gold. Guard doesn't do anything. Let's do next... No. Next 6 move abilities gain 2 extra. So that means he can really zip into the next zone, and then we're hopefully going to just kill this guy. I think we still kill him. Man, we rolled bad, or pulled bad. And turn. Okay. So we don't actually want this character to leave the room. Let's do tip the spear, and... Huh. 1 shield, always, minus to your ranged attacks. Sure. Because I want to do Banner of Strength, but on the next turn. Okay. So we're going to have them move. As long as they never exit the room with loot bags in it. So they can actually just sit right there. They're going real late. Let's see. And none of my guys are terribly wounded. So I could do stuff like Deadly Shot, which would do 4 and do some poison. Let's do Deadly Shot and Precision Aim. 3, 4. Because I'm going to have the guard go here. I'm going to have him go in the front, and we're just going to try and snipe something. She doesn't have too much. Grant 1 bonus damage. Okay, cool. We're going to have her do Malicious Conversion. Because I do also have Fell Remedy, but none of my guys are wounded. Yeah, do we have any good top abilities? Otherwise, I could summon the Wraith. Yeah, why does it say plus 0 movement plus 0 attack? No clue. I don't... Yeah, let's go with that. Because we'll just summon another friend in. She's got almost nothing. So let's just do Anger of the Dead and Shadow Step. She'll pick up this loot, and then the next turn she can go for the other stuff. Because, yeah, we need to grab every loot bag. None of these matter. We're just going to have her move here. Skip movement. Skip attack. And Deathwalker's turn. Okay, Shambling Skeleton doesn't know where to go, which is a little unfortunate. At least they kind of know. Burn for a couple more. Go open this door.
You run inside the gate, and the breadth of destruction becomes quickly apparent. The town has been sacked. Smoke burns your eyes. What structures still stand are bright with fire, and the rest smolder, their frames like black torched skeletons. And all about the wreckage howl the Olgoks, celebrating their victory in an unrecognizable language.
Okay, so this, I've made somewhat of a mistake. Okay. Okay, can I restart round? Thank you. So, critical error I made there. I went through super early in the initiative order. Even though they're not revealed, they have picked all of their actions. I was not expecting there to be that many enemies sitting there. And I do have a bunch of guards, but still not great. So rather than trying to bum rush that and plink off a shot or two, let's not do that. Okay, after some trial and error, this round I've tried a bunch of times. Going through that door is death. And so I'm going to have to be very careful about it. So let's just give him a buff. And then I'm just going to use this on her for reasons. Doesn't really do me any good, unfortunately. End their turn. So we're going to do Shield Wall. Gives them a permanent shield until I use it up. Or no, I think just perpetually until I like turn it off. Okay. So we do not want to have these guys move towards the summoner. Or if it's this one, I think I can. As long as they're in the difficult terrain. Because we want to summon the Wraith. And I'm just going to give him that. Okay. And then we don't have any loot, but it wasn't a basic action. So lastly, we have her, who cannot move very far. And then skip movement. And then don't do anything else, skip attack. So we've got all the loot. My only immediate problem at the moment is I just have very few cards. So I could do a short rest, it would burn a random card. We don't need to do a long rest. Let's see. So we could potentially have them do something. Let's see. Grant your unit. No. I think we just rest. And rest. And selection. Okay. So burn pincer movement? Sure. Burn malicious conversion. I can live without it. Let's see. Lingering rot. Yeah, I can burn that. Okay. So now that we've done that, we can choose what to do. So we need to get into this room early and charge. So we want to do set for charge. We have regroup, which is grant. Oh, that's grant 2. Yeah, all costs, tip of the spear. Tip of the spear is not a bad move. Because my main thing is I want to get in there quick. So she's in the front because she's actually got baseline armor. Okay, he's already set. What do you give her? Give her 2 movement. What's she set up? 6. Let's see. Don't have any enemies nearby. Command the Wretched. Yeah, so I might want to do Flow of the Black River. And then could do Dark Tiding. But no, we want to leave that for later. I want to generate a darkness if possible. Probably Eternal Torment, if possible. Alternatively, maybe we actually have her go last. Or late. Because we're going to have some guys come up. Okay. So I think we want to do Eclipse. And let's do Call of Doom. Alright, let's see how this goes. Not modifying initiative. So, we want to move in. Open door. This again. We're going to just move right there. And then I'm going to do set for charge. This might hurt a lot. But so be it. Wow. Let's burn a card for that one. Let's see. I'm going to burn at all costs. Not keen on taking a crit, but... nothing. That's what I was hoping for. Why are they rolling so good? I think we just take the damage. Okay, Drifter. So we have Deadly Shot and Continuous Health. I think we just take the Drifter in. Because otherwise I could move this far. No, that's going to be a problem. Otherwise I could take the Drifter in a little further, right next to this guy. Yeah, the problem is I need to kill those archers. Oh, how far the goons are going to go. I think I'm going to go here. It's probably a mistake. Attack 3. No disadvantage. Oh, we did 4. Okay, and then let's boost precision aim. Alright. Pop that. Take the damage. This is going to hurt, but we do have some heals. Take the damage. And good, the back guards aren't coming for me. So all I have to do is ideally kill these two. I don't know what these guys are doing. Looks like a heal. I don't know what this guy's up to. Oh, it's one of the... It's an elite archer. That's a good summon. Okay. So we want to have her move too. Confirm. Move him up. And we want to curse somebody. Curse. Adds curse to their deck. When drawn, okay. So it makes them worse. Realistically, probably this archer. Or no. Ah, damn. Alright, whatever. I should have moved the spirit up. Because, yeah, I can't do mind control. Alright, Dreamwalker. So we want to do... confirm movement. And then we're going to do Eclipse. Can't go as far as I'd like there, but I'll take it. So the big trouble here is I'm pretty wounded. But that's okay. Alright, so we don't have any wins, so I can't do deflecting maneuver comfortably. I have regroup. Combined effort, but we're alone. I have rallying cry. So... the only problem is, I don't think deflecting maneuver is going to be as good as I'd like it to be. Yeah, I have rallying cry or combined effort. Or I could just do regroup. And... I don't know what Javelin's lower ability does. Well, do we find out? Because otherwise... Otherwise, yeah, I don't... Let's try the lower ability on Javelin. So we're taking some damage. So, Insomniac. So I could do a long rest here. It would get him his Insomniac ability. Not happy about that, but I don't have much of a choice. Okay, grant theory of my guys. No, we want to save Dark Tidings for later. Fell Remedy right now is very good. They also have Transfer of Essence. Actually, maybe instead of Fell Remedy, let's do... Take a look at her. Does she have anything that scales off of Darkness? Okay, 2 damage, range... or 3 damage and range 5. Gain some experience. That's not a bad idea. Otherwise, I could do Fluid Knight, perform the attack as if you were occupying a hex with that, then remove the mist. That's not terrible. Or I could do Shadow Step, move 3. 2, 3. So we'll let her get in there and do a hit. And then do a call to the Abyss. Because I think Sunless Apparition ain't going to work on this one. Okay, so that means I'm not using a Darkness. Transfer of Essences would let me boost something, or I could do a heal. Take 2 damage for it, but she's not in the danger zone. Otherwise, I do Fell Remedy. I think the main thing is I was hoping to use like another attack ability. I'm curious about this one. Grant, I think it's just grant one of your units piercing, which I don't think we need. Yeah, so I could do a Decaying Will and just damage and poison something. Dark Tidings is going to give my allies, or my summons poison. Fell Remedy would give me a heal, but it would take up my top slot move. Alternatively, we do Fell Remedy and Transfer of Essence. Yeah, let's do that. Let's actually go kind of late in this and just have them act team healer style. Alright, let's see how this goes. They're already going first. So Deathwalker. So we're going to do Shadow Step, move here. And then we are going to hit this guy for 3. I guess I could have actually done combined effort here. Oh well. Let's just put that there. This character is really cool. It's just, boy, using them is tricky. Okay, so we're going to do a regroup. What is this? Oh. That's actually really... Oh, no, it's removed when damaged. No, I'm going to move here. I'm going to skip pull. Burn a card, because I cannot do it. Let's just burn Sunless Apparition. We are not using it. 6 damage. Take the damage. Okay, please hit him. +0. Just take the damage. We're fine. That sucks a bit. So they don't take the retaliation if the unit dies. And Strengthen is stinky. Well, at least they're distracted for the moment. Alright, that's pretty good. Yeah, then we're going to make it anyway. Wraith does a shoot. Wasn't enough. Okay. So, we have 3 very wounded characters. He's going to heal for 2. Not my favorite. but I don't have a choice. It would have been nice to go for a bigger heal. And we have our last life and death. Okay. And then end turn? End turn. Okay. So, Drifter. Heal self, refresh cards. Okay, select a card to burn. Probably Unbreakable. Maybe. I mean, that's actually kind of good. Because Relentless would give me Retaliation, which is also very good. We want to use Bloodletting. I mean, we pretty much want to use all of our attacks at the moment. Otherwise, I think we want Relentless here. So why don't we burn... I think we burn Unbreakable. That might be a mistake. I have no idea. It doesn't really matter. I think we're winning this no matter what. It's just tricky. Okay, so we want to go ideally kind of first. If I have Rallying Cry, I have Deflecting Maneuver. I do have Combined Effort. I think I'm going to do those two. Just try and kill this guy. Okay, he's got a couple of enemies in close melee. I think we do Vile Assault. And then Relentless. Alternatively, I do, like, Bloodletting or something. Ooh. Actually, we do Vile Assault and Bloodletting. Vile Assault lets me attack twice. I'm going to hit this guy twice, and then I'm just going to use the bottom Bloodletting ability to make this guy take 1 damage and bleed. If we don't kill him, I don't know. Okay, so Dark Tidings is very good. And Command the Wretched. That's a good time for it. Okay, the real problem is her. So we've got Black Fog, 3 damage, 3 range, 3 with Curse. Apply creates a darkness. Very tempting. Quite good. Anger the Dead. No, that's not going to work. Damage. Remove X within 3 distance for even more damage. I think I'm going to do that and Dark Fog, because we can hit these two. Okay, so she's at 24. No. And these are the priests, so we don't need to care too deeply about them. I mean, we do. Okay, she's got Disarmed. Can't do any attack abilities. That's a little tragic. We're going to do Combined Maneuver. We're just going to kill this guy. Can I actually do that one? Oh. Well, fine. Otherwise, I just do a deflecting maneuver. Well, that was kind of squandered. Wish I'd used it on that one. Oh well. Okay, so where do we want to move? I think I'm going to just move there. Skeleton's still going to take a while before it gets anywhere. I really wish combined effort would flip. That as long as you had one ally next to you, you could pull the move off. Now I'm actually going to just move on to this loot bag, skip movement, and we're going to have him. Do we move up to the archer? Think so. And we're going to have her. Move over here. We just want to get out of the way so that one skeleton can move. And we get some loot. Okay. So we are disarmed. Well. And yeah, I can't do that. Slightly unfortunate, but that's okay. All right, let's start with the bloodletting. We want to just make sure he takes the hit. Perfect. And then we just do Vile Assault on this one. Wow. That worked out amazingly well. But now he's poisoned, and now he dies. Alright, there's the Skeleman. There's the other Skeleman. Had no damage. Okay. So we want to do Dark Tidings. Grant 3 of your minions. Oop. Well, at least it's poisoned. Just hit that one. And then select targets. Can't do anything. But that's okay. Okay. And then do we just pick that guy? Sure. Which is, unless we absolutely miss here, he dies. Could have maybe done that a little bit better. But I'll take it. Main goal is to just have less enemies on my area swinging at me. And then we need to loot the hell out of everything. Luckily, those guys are pretty weak and kind of far away. Okay, so we want to do Fluid Knight, receive 0 damage. Glad I played that one. Oh, where do we teleport? Just stay here? Round 9. All right. So we just got to do a short rest. We've got to do... Do I have a single loot ability here? Nope. We do want to move, though. Let's do Draining Arrows. And then probably just Relentless to use as a move. I'm going to have her do a long rest because we don't actually want her to do anything. She's running out of cards, and pretty soon she's going to have to do a standard action, which would be bad. Black Barrage, Anger the Dead. I guess we do both. Okay, Burn Combined Effort. Redraw. Javelin, sure. So we could do Set for a Charge. Pincer movement would have actually been kind of handy here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do tip of the spear. I guess I'm going to do combined effort. And deflecting maneuver. Because we don't actually want her to go first. She's resting. Everything is good. All right. So the Elgox guards... Ooh. The Archer Elite is swinging hard here. But that's fine. Okay. So we have Black Barrage, but we can't do it. I'm going to move here. Confirm movement. Then I'm going to do Anger of the Dead. Eat all of those. To try and delete this guy from existence. Failed. And their turn, and we get some more loot. Yeah, we can kind of bide our time here. There's a ton of loot just sitting on the ground that I could pick up. Okay. So I'm just going to move this one. Well, here's the question. What is the range on this? Yeah, so he does have to move up. And then we can't hit anybody else because there is nobody else. I just did not want that archer to shoot for 5 damage. And now this guy's muddled, so good luck hitting things. A long first intro mission. But, I mean, it's good. It's good Frosthaven stuff. Main thing is mostly we want to loot everything. I wonder if minions can loot. Okay, move forward. Wait, did I... Screw it. I think I just did the move action rather than the special. Really wish all of these had an undo button. I get it. Thing is, like, I'm also playing the demo, and I'm not going to be continuing this save file, so, like, it doesn't matter to me too much. Can I actually burn one of these guys? No, I cannot. I don't think we need transfer of essence at this point. Unfortunately, she's almost out of cards, but it does not matter if she gets exhausted or not. Okay, let's go to her. Short rest. Could do a long rest, but no, short rest. Let's do... Oh. Yeah, what has she got? Because I could do Decaying Will. Can't do Black Remedy right now. So in that case, let's do... Range 5 is the tricky part. I don't think we need Eternal Torments. Let's do Decaying Will and Fell Remedy, because that way I can heal her a little. Okay, and lastly we've got this guy. He can move pretty dang far. Mostly I'm looking for anything that would give him experience, nothing will. But he's just going to kind of do whatever he wants. Guess I'll just do those two. Alright. So, we definitely could do Rallying Cry at this point. And then regroup. Because I think we should have enough for those. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Because we just want to potentially move her from place to place. Let's see. Burn Anger of the Dead. Yeah, we're not going to be using that anymore anyway. Let's see. Perform an attack if you were as if you were occupying a hex with that, and then remove that. I don't know if I can use that. I guess we could do Call to the Abyss. And then Fluid Night. But no, I think we mostly just want to have this character walk around. Let's just do Call of Doom and then Call to the Abyss. Okay, continue. Yeah, so these guys are over here, but I should have no problems killing them, probably, at this point. Alright, this is rude. Yeah, I think we just received that damage. Okay, so Drifter. Get him with the poison. I didn't mean to kill him, but I'll take it. Just heal. Yeah, he's got his quest done. So we can just have her move anywhere. Guess probably just right there. Get movement, because we don't want to do more. I guess in retrospect, could have done that in a different manner, but I don't think it matters too much. I do wonder if the Skelebuddies... Go with that. I wonder if the Skelebuddies specifically will loot for me. Yeah, my general hope is that they just get killed. Without me having to do anything. But unfortunately, these guards are grabbage. Ooh. Okay, first target. She's already grabbed loot. Hopefully she'll grab more at the end of the turn. And let's move him up. Because we actually need him to be within range to potentially hit these guys. And sadly I can't do Rallying Cry. Didn't need it. Kind of. Okay, tip the spear. Set up the charge. Okay, he's got continuous health, which is a good ranged move. And crushing weight. Let's see. So I have 3 cards left. She doesn't have any good moves. I guess she can't long rest. Okay. Not sure why, but it's fine. Now, are either of these generating a darkness? Eternal Torment is. If she can hit with it. Main problem is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so neither of those are going to matter. She's just going to do nothing. Yeah, not much I can do here. Just go last. Well, last is relative. Move up here. And sadly cannot do tip of the spear. Those positional abilities are real neat. I'm going to have so much trouble actually getting them to do anything. Damn. This is working out. Okay. So, no matter what. Yeah, she's never going to be able to hit anything with that. So we're just going to self-heal. And grant him loot. Still haven't done a basic action yet. It's a really rough round to have that because this has gone a very long time. Well, that's a little annoying. At least we get the experience. I can't believe the city guards just sit there. Okay. I think we just want to have this guy move in. Probably hit that one guy in the back. Oh, this is unfortunate. Not terrible, just unfortunate. Okay, let's keep boosting precision rain. Or precision aim, because that's all we needed. I actually really like the Drifter. I think he's a cool character. Alright, I think he dies from retaliation. Okay, no retaliation from the dead. But that's fine, because all we have left is one guy. So let's do a long rest. Short rest. Long rest. Let's see. And Shadow Step in Fluid Night. Okay, so Burn Deadly Shot. Burn Relentless. There we go. Okay, so he needs probably to go last. Let's see. I have Deadly Shot. I don't think... Okay, we have Continuous Health. And Bloodletting. Let's see. Reduce her initiative. Cool. So we're going to do this. I'm going to sprint up next to this guy. There's a bunch of loot on the ground, and I'm kind of mad that I'm not going to be able to grab it, but on the flip side, it doesn't matter. Oh, we can keep moving. Confirm action. And then I get to do Fluid Knight, perform an attack as if you were occupying a tile. Then remove the dark spot. That's fine. We can get another one of those. We miss. Yeah, I deserve that. He gets retaliate, but I think it's retaliate melee. Doesn't really matter. He dead. Perfect. Well, that was a trial, but we got it. Skip ability. Skip ability. Move here, I guess. Grab the treasure. And we get stuff. Okay, confirm movement. Yeah, there's no enemies left. We're just gonna skip ability. None of that matters. None of this matters. The game is over. Burn fell remedy. Unless there's some surprise enemy I don't know about here. So the main question is, did this count as leaving a room if we win? I don't think so. I think we got all of them. So technically present, the Silent Reaper, HP Babysitter, and Bounty Gatherer. Well, that's probably good. Okay, so yeah, we did get all of our perks. So we got Miser, never exit a room with loot bags in it, suffer damage from an attack the same round you long rest, Specialist, and Egoist, and we get some other stuff. So still a long ways on most of these, but this character might be able to get a bunch of garbage. To the outpost, let's see how this goes. A little long video. I do not apologize, this is a good game. It's a slow game, and it's not for everybody, but it's a good game.
You lower your weapon and breathe as the remaining Olgoks retreat, scurrying from Frosthaven like giant white mice. They'll be back, you're certain of it. But for now, you can rest. You wipe the soot from your face and take stock. Frosthaven is almost exactly what you imagined. A knot of grey stone and timber, surrounded by sharpened palisade walls. A place where mere survival is an everyday concern, and where only the desperate could feel at home. Thankfully, though, the townspeople are tough. They're already on their feet, dousing fires and picking through rubble. In fact, one of those townspeople is marching right for you. A sharp-featured human woman with a fighter's muscular build, close-cropped hair and dark skin approaches and offers a gauntleted hand in greeting.
The sea be praised,
She says, crushing your fingers with enthusiasm.
We wouldn't have held out much longer without ye.
You nod and ask what happened.
Oh, just life up north is all. I'm Satha, mayor of this fort, now that my predecessor and his lieutenant have fallen. As for the Olgoks, they've been at us all winter. Took them months to break through, but they finally did. Probably killed a dozen or so of my men. Would have done worse if you hadn't shown up.
You explain who you are, that you've been sent from White Oak. At the mention of the capital, her face scrunches up in displeasure.
It's about time they sent someone to help fix this mess they made.
She says, then tries to lighten her mood.
I don't mean to be ungrateful. I'm overjoyed to be still among the living. But a lot more people would be alive if your employers, the Merchants Guild, never stuck their noses in our business. I've spent my whole life here in what was once a fishing village, living and letting live with the Olgoks. Until last summer, that is, when the Merchants Guild sent some garrisons and bureaucratic types up here to see how Frosthaven could be of more use to the Empire. One of their expeditions proceeded to muck about in an Olgok's burial site, and the next thing we know, righteously angry Olgoks are attacking us. The Inkstains immediately hightailed it out of here, leaving just a handful of soldiers behind to keep us safe.
Satha clenches her gauntlet tighter and tighter as she tells the story, but now releases her grip.
I've had to learn a lot of things in the last year. The hard truth is that the Algox refuse to be reasoned with. And the only way to stay alive and keep this place I call home is to win the fight, regardless of who started it.
Her face softens and she clasps your shoulder hard.
There's not many of you, but I'll take what I can get, especially now that our garrison's been thinned. And as it happens, I have an idea.
She turns and gestures to the town's smouldering walls.
We took a beating in that fight, so if we're gonna survive much longer, we'll have to do more than just sit around and wait for the next attack.
She sizes you up carefully.
I've already sent a scout to track the Algox back home to the mountains. Drop your gear at any longhouse that's still standing and rest up. As soon as you're ready, I want you to get over there and find a way to slow these attacks.
The bunks in the remaining longhouses are all occupied by the injured, but you find a dry stretch of floor to lay your heads on your packs. You doubt you can sleep after the horror that greeted you in this little outpost. But before you know it, a young Valrath man is nudging you awake.
Wake up.
Satha's scout has returned with his report. He tracked the attackers to the foothills of the Kopanek Mountains, where they entered a cave at the base of Snowscorn Mountain. Interestingly, a smaller band split from the main group before they reached the cave and hiked around to the mountain's deadly eastern face. The scout didn't see where they went, but he suspects a secret entrance to the Algox stronghold.
One last thing.
The Valrath says as you wipe the final dregs of sleep from your eyes.
Another group is moving towards Snowscorn. They were Algox, no doubt, but they're dressed differently than the ones who attacked us. They carried long sticks and had some wild animals with them. I don't know if they're going to attack the mountain or reinforce it, but either way, you'd better get there quick.
Alright, regardless of the season, Frosthaven and the surrounding environment is covered in a blanket of snow year-round. This week shows that even the most reliable of weather can take a break every now and then. The sun is shining, the air is warm, and the icy paths have melted into mud and stone. The outposters are taking advantage of the heat wave by enjoying a splash at the bay. The Quattrel mail carrier has taken to delivering popsicles made of ice harvested from the shade of the mountainside. Even Mayor Satha has paused her duties to take a running dive off the dock into the still cold water. Only one group is going about as normal, the town guard. Captain Olmsted has demanded the guard be at high alert and double the patrols. He barks orders from the harbor tower at the sweating guards on patrol. All manner of sea life is just waiting to eat us alive. Be ready for them. The fully armored guards look to be on the verge of collapse in the sweltering heat. Relax. Take a day off. Takes the sharp tongue of a mercenary that knows the importance of vigilance, but you convince Captain Olmsted to give the guards a break. No sooner have they stripped off their armor and waded into the water than the attack begins. Lightning eels, driven further inland by the heat, start stunning and dragging people under the icy waves. You're forced to rush out and fight the eels, while Captain Olmsted glares at you with unadulterated fury. Well, that sucks. Alright. So, this is not tutorialized particularly aggressively, I see. But yeah, how much loot did we come out of that with? Because I think each character has different amounts of money. I don't even see. Okay, coins. So she's got 2, she's got 4, and we got random ass supplies, which I can't really do too much. There's also an alchemist, so we can make some potions, but we don't have the resources for it. So it looks like crafting ingredients are varied, but the stuff on the right for the alchemist is not. Good to know. Let's see. Go back to craftsman. We can also make, I see. We can make a spyglass. During your attack, gain advantage on attack. Crude helmet. Whenever you attack, treat any crit modifier as a +1 instead. Alright. So she can definitely do it. Crude helmet is amazing. I'd like to put it on him as well, but we have no way to trade resources from what I can tell. What else do we have? Traveling cloak. At the start of your quest, increase health. Oh, your health is increased by 1. Next to attacks targeting you, the attacker gains disadvantage. Only works if somebody has hide. Okay, what else do we have? Protective spear. During your turn, grant one ally within range 2. 1 shield. Whenever an enemy would apply negative condition to you, prevent it, but then it goes away. You also do a crude bow. During your turn, add 1 to your ranged attacks. I mean, I could go for the crude bow. It only costs 1 wood. So the reason why I wanted to do that mostly boils down to the fact that he needs to have 1 of everything anyway. During end-of-turn looting loot an adjacent hex instead of the hex you occupy. Oh, that's kind of good. During your move ability, add 1. Oh, does that add a -1 token to your lineup? That's rough. Okay, let's go for the traveling cloak. And she has boots of speed, so can't do more. Do you want to do the helmet? Yeah. Okay, so that gives me some materials. So if we go back to the outpost, workshop. Different modes of transportation, but we don't have access to that. Alchemist, visit. We can also upgrade if we had more resources across the board. Kind of wish you could share resources, and it doesn't look like it can interact with the barracks. I can also build a craftsman. Oh, I see. This is just the stuff we already have. Oh, so we can access to the barracks. Train up 1 out of 4 soldiers every week. During an attack, soldier provides an advantage and -5 damage. But yeah, we don't have enough resources. So the one thing I kind of maybe wish I had done was like save up for this guy, but I think we can leave that for later. We can also, oh, so that was active buildings. We can also build new buildings. We can build a boat, sled, climbing gear, mining camp. Let's see, buy and sell iron for 2 gold each. Hunting lodge. A lot of these are too expensive for me, but still options. Available upgrades and wrecked buildings. We don't have any. Neat. So yeah, this is the town building element that I was talking about, and it seems cool. Unfortunately, I do not have the materials to mess around with that, but that's okay. We can also go to the world map, and we have some available quests. We have Algox Scouting, Algox Offensive, and then I can actually redo I can redo Town in Flames if I wanted to, which I actually kind of appreciate that you can redo missions if you want to. I'll probably just do the scouting, but being able to redo missions means you can potentially grind a little bit if you're being overwhelmed, which I think is kind of necessary. Maybe. I don't know, it makes the game easier at the very least. And considering how I was getting drubbed the last time, it seems not like a terrible idea. For now, though, I might as well mention that at least at the moment, the Frosthaven demo is available on Steam, so if you do want to play it yourselves, just follow the link in the description below. I don't know if there is a actual planned release date for this game, but if you like tabletop RPGs, if you like board games, if you like adventure board games, or if you like Frosthaven, this is Frosthaven at its best. It's a little... I want to say it feels a little slower, but maybe I'm wrong. Just because you have to wait for everything to kind of go in sequential order, and you can't cheese things a little bit by being like, oops, that's not the card I meant to use. Can I swap them out? You know, you're kind of stuck in there. This has the rigidity of a video game and not the flexibility of a board game. And so, like, on one hand, that makes for a much more, like, structured, easy to understand experience. I would recommend probably playing the tutorial if you've never played this game before, just so you can fully understand what you're doing. And yeah, if you've already played Gloomhaven, you will pretty much know exactly how to play this one, which should be fun. I really like this world map. It's very pretty. I'm looking forward to exploring it, but I'll have to do that later. For now, if you like this video in any way, shape, or form, leave me a like. It helps more than you know. And if you want to see more rad new games every single day, then hit subscribe because I got tons to check out and show off. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you next time.